Good morning, class. So let us start off with the next topic under direction. So in the previous class, we had discussed what are the principles of directing. So coming to the next topic, we'll be discussing about what are the different elements or say the basic divisions of directing or what is directing majorly consisting of. Okay, so there are four major elements of direction. So being the first one being supervision. So supervision, we have the meaning given in two different words, that is super and vision. So it simply means to instruct. Okay, before instructing, there is a degree of observation of the subordinates when they do their work. So why do we do supervision? It's majorly to ensure that the employees are working as per the plan and as per the instructions that has been given to them, right? So if at all there are any kind of problems arising while at work, so supervision helps in solving these kind of problems. So that is what supervision talks about. So it's a very important function that is performed by a manager or say by a director. Okay, superiors are the major ones who perform this function, so supervising. All right. Then the next important topic is motivation. Motivation or the element. Sorry, the element is motivation. So what do you mean by motivation? It's a process that encourages or inspires people at work to improve their performance or to improve their working skills so that they will be able to contribute to the organization better, right? And it also helps in bringing out a particular kind of behavior so that it benefits the organization in a lot many ways. So why is there a necessity in motivating subordinates? So what is that responsibility? Why is there a responsibility? It makes people do things in a better way. It makes people behave in a better way, and it also makes people improve their skills and abilities, and in turn this makes them work in an efficient manner. So there are three degrees of motivation, which we'll be discussing in the upcoming topics. And the next topic will be leadership, or the element will be leadership. So when it comes to leadership, what does leadership talk about? A proper way of directing people, right? Or say, w- how do we define leadership? It's majorly to, it's actually an ability of an individual, or say in this case when it comes to organization, of a supervisor to influence others to bring about a change, right? So the change can be in behavior. It's not just behavior, it can also be the relations within the organization. It can also be in such a way that they are able to improve their organizational skills and to improve their performance and their work efficiency, and this in turn will help in achieving the organizational objectives. So when we speak about all these different functions of management, the major objective of each and every function is ultimately organizational, or attaining organizational objectives. So you will come across this term again and again, because this is what everybody or every one in the organization ultimately needs. Then comes communication, a very important element in direction. So if there is no proper communication, then obviously there won't be a proper flow of instructions or guidance, and that again in turns affects the working of an employee, and again that will affect the organization's performance as a whole, right? So the major topic which we will be covering here is motivation. So like we said earlier, motivation is that way how you can influence people or encourage people to do something, or say to behave in one particular way, or an effective or you can say it's an effective instrument or psychological instrument that encourages workforce in an organization to work better in an organization so that their work efficiency increases and their effectiveness is also increased. Now, when we speak about motivation, there are three major degrees to it, rather than degrees, we can say related terms. First thing is motive. Motive is something, what you can call it's a desire, or say an object of simply your aim. Okay, something that is compelling any person, or making a person to work or say behave in a particular manner, right? Then comes motivation. Like, now motivation is actually a process of creating that motive in people. Yeah, that is how that is to stimulate people in order to work, pushing that motive, or say instilling a motive in people. That is what is called motivation. Then you have motivator. Then who is that person who is influencing others to behave in such a way, or say influencing people to work in a better way? That person is called a motivator. Now a motivator can be anyone. Even in an organization, motivation is done by n number of people. You can see it may not be your directors, it may not be only your managers or something. You can even see motivating people motivating uh, you might have even heard employees who are giving a motive to their superiors as well, right? When there are interpersonal relationships, you can see that. Yeah. Next, we'll be talking about what the process of motivation exactly is. So, when we talk about motivation as a process, we know that the basic thing of motivation is a motive, or say there is a need in something. Yeah, yeah, there is a need for something, and that need is the first part of motivation, or the initial step. Okay, or the initiation that causes motivation, right? So this motivation always starts with this particular need, that there is something yet to be achieved, or there is something that is still not satisfied, and that need. And that is where motivation starts. Then comes a tension. Tension is created when that person feels that there is something, yeah, like we were talking about the need, right? A tension forms within a person when he feels that there is some unsatisfied need within him, right? Then this tension what causes and it stimulates a drive, and this will push him to do something, and that will make him work more efficiently. It may not be work, or it can be any course of action, it can be anything, right? Then we have a search behavior. And now when this person have this drive to do something, they seek different ways in which they can relieve this tension. So that may be the way how they will be able to achieve this need, right? Then once they find all the options, they choose a particular option which we they feel that is the best, and will be the way only way they can achieve that need, or say satisfy that need. And then he goes through it, and then he has a satisfied need in hand. Once his need is satisfied, now there is a reduction in tension, right? There is no more tension left, he's happy. Don't you think this is a continuous process? We as human beings have n number of needs. Okay, it's not just one thing or something, it can be n number of needs. So this process of motivation is like continuous, right? So think from that point of view, right? So motivation keeps, it's like a cycle within a person. It can be in the work organization, or it can be amongst us individuals, normal individuals. Motivation keeps on, it's a cyclical process, right? Now, talking about motivation, let us see what are the features of it. Now, motivation is basically an internal feeling, right? That there is an unsatisfied need inside, and I need to achieve something. See, look at that person; he's doing so much. Now, I feel motivated to do the same thing and to contribute something like that. So, it is all an internal feeling that cannot be you cannot be it can't be seen, it but it can be felt, right? Then it it uh, it can be a negative or a positive see factor. See, motivation can be positive or negative. When we see that, say for example, take in case of an organization itself, when superiors constantly scold their subordinates for not doing the work correctly, or say they praise their parallel subordinate better, and they try to compare these subordinates, what will happen to the other subordinate? He'll feel demotivated. So now, so demotivated, what does that mean? There is a negative notion in it, isn't it? So again, that's a negative feeling. So that's what we say. Motivation can be positive or a negative feeling. Then it's a goal directed behavior. When we say it's a goal directed behavior, like we said, there are needs, n number of needs, unsatisfied needs. Motivation is a process that influences people to achieve that goal, that particular need. It can be anything. So even in case of an organization, say a person, he wants to become the assistant manager, or say he wants to become the next assistant director. So like that's a force of motivation. So that's a goal for a person. So motivation is a behavior that produces that. Sorry, it's a process that produces that drive in a person to go and achieve that goal. Then it is a complex process, like how we say that motivation works differently in different people. So we can't say it's a very simple process. No, it's a very complex process, simply because it works differently with each and every individual. Some people may need a huge what do you call that? You'll have to constantly encourage them to do something, or some people, just by seeing someone else's achievement, they feel they have the drive to do it, yeah, to achieve their goals. So something like that. So since it's difficult to predict behavior, people's behavior, that each and everyone behaves differently, so definitely the motivation process also will be different for each and every person. So why is motivation so important? That it's simple enough. It helps in improving people's performance level. Then it helps in bringing in a positive attitude in people. It reduces employee turnover, very important. Then it reduces absenteeism, and it helps in bringing about changes in the organization in a very smooth manner without much of a turbulence. It helps people, or say an organization, to bring about any kind of change. Then the next important topic is Maslow's need hierarchy theory. So we'll be dealing with this topic in the next class. So since it's a very complex theory, not very complex, it's simple, but we'll have to discuss it in a bit detail. So we'll be dealing with this in the next class. So meanwhile, please read these topics and see how they are interrelated. All right. Thank you, class.